Unpopular Bible story, The Widow's Oil, God's Overflowing Provision. Kings 4:1-7. Picture this. A woman runs through the dusty streets, her eyes red from weeping. Her husband, a faithful prophet, was gone. The debts he left behind towered over her like a mountain she could never climb. The creditors were on their way. They didn't just want money, they wanted her 2 sons. To enslave them, to rip them from her arms. Desperate, she found Elisha. Her voice cracked as she cried, "Man of God, my husband is dead, and now they are coming for my children." Elisha looked at her with calm eyes and asked, "What do you have in your house?" She whispered, almost ashamed, "Nothing, except a small jar of oil." But that nothing was enough. Elisha instructed her, "Go, borrow as many jars as you can from your neighbors. Don't gather just a few. Then go inside, shut the door with your sons, and start pouring." Confused but obedient, the widow obeyed. She and her boys rushed to gather jars. Big ones, small ones, cracked ones, shiny ones. Anything that could hold oil. Inside the small house, she tilted her tiny jar. And suddenly the impossible happened. Golden oil flowed like a river. It filled the first jar, then the second, then another. Her sons kept bringing vessels, wide-eyed as the oil kept flowing. Jar after jar brimmed to the top. Her floor was lined with containers shining with oil. Finally, when the last jar was filled to overflowing, only then did the oil stop. Breathless, the widow ran back to Elisha. He said, "Now sell the oil, pay your debts, and you and your sons can live on what remains." Her sorrow turned into singing. From almost losing her children, she now had abundance. What looked like nothing in her hands became everything in God's. Lesson to think about. God doesn't need much to do a miracle. Even the little you have, the small jar you think is too insignificant, is enough for Him to multiply. What's in your hands today that you've called too small? Trust God to use it. If you believe He can multiply your little into much, type, "God can multiply mine" in the comments and share this truth to encourage someone else facing lack. Read for yourself this story in 2 Kings 4:1-7.